How do I put it in a way that will not totally insult this movie? I guess there's really no other way to put it, but I stopped watching halfway through because it was so damn boring. I didn't even finish this movie, and I can say it is boring. There's nothing to hold the viewer's attention. There's barely any violence. There's barely any storyline. And it's just awful. This movie is supposedly a collection of 3 films, each following survivors' tales, different stories. I couldn't tell the difference between one survivor story and another. I didn't even know whether or not they wanted to finish the first survivor story before starting the next one. They just switched between scenes, so that there was no noticeable transition between scenes, so I couldn't tell whether or not the person who came in the door in one scene was walking out of the door of the last scene. So like one person walks in a door and then the next scene someone is entering, and I can't tell if it's like the same door or it's starting on a whole different story. Not to mention the sound quality being so poor that I had to turn it up all the way in order to hear it. You couldn't tell who the story was focused on. There was no character development. It was just an outsider's look at these people's lives during a zombie apocalypse. It was not eye-catching. It was not enthralling. It was just boring. From what I watched, anyway. Because I said already, I gave up halfway through because it was so goddamn boring. Now, other people who might watch this movie and say, "Oh, FragPenguin, it was pretty good. I watched it all the way through. It was kind of interesting." Well, that's your opinion. My opinion is, bing! 1.5 pills for Edges of Darkness. For pure boredom that this movie brought about. 1.5 pills. That's my opinion. I'm sticking by it. Goodbye, folks. I'm FragPenguin, the bipolar king of comedy.